Welcome to March's edition of Send It Sessions, and this week we have got some absolute bangers. We're going over to Germany to check out a young crew who have got a YouTube channel rocking on. We have got a few different stories from Cape Verde, which has absolutely been going off. We're also going to Cornwall to check out the Doom Bar, and we're also taking a little sneaky trip to Fuerteventura. But to kick us off, we're going to check out some wave riding in Israel.
Not so long ago we discovered a nice surprise. We started hearing about this spot, you know, some people kept it secret, some people didn't know about it, and we started checking this spot out. I go to this beach for the first time. I had a feeling that it's gonna work. It was a 40-knot day where Bat Galim was messed up. It was not holding the wave so well, and I decided to check it out. And when I got there, I was like pretty shocked with the first sight was like a line of wave, like a little bit like a Sunset Beach in South Africa. Like, it's kind of rare to see nice lines like that. Everybody got excited. The nice thing about this beach is that you can go, you know, if you're a little bit of more of an amateur sailor, you can go upwind and you can get out with smaller waves, and so it's pretty easy to get out. And then the place was created because of a new port, and the angle of a wave breaker kind of sets up the waves really nice, and it's really set in like a nice side-off conditions.
Yourself up and carry on.
We have a passionate windsurfer. His name is Moran. He created this, it's a WhatsApp community, WhatsApp group. He decided to make a competition there on the call, of course. And the day came. Actually, we were lucky because Ahmad of Ritzvag was in Israel doing a project with me. So that's it. That's how the competition, the contest came about. The day started with a lot of rain, with a bit of mushy waves, but all throughout the day the waves got bigger and they got a bit more punchy. The wind was pretty light, so it was like the float and go, but we did get a couple of jumps in as well. Sailing with 5 oars on big boards and things like this, 5 threes on big boards. We ended up coming to the final with four guys. Eyal Shelef won the event. Amado got second, I got third, and Oad Segal, a local rider, really good rider, got fourth. And all in all, it was a great success, and we hope to make a competition like that again there soon.
That's how it should be. You know, WhatsApp group, little community, forecast hooks on. You know what? Let's do a wave competition. I love it. That is how it all started. That's why these big events are happening, because little events like that in the past, that's how it worked, and they just built into big ones. So really good to see the guys over in Israel, Arnon and the crew, making it happen. Right, next up, we're going on a bit of a last-minute forecast to Fuerteventura, and Joseph Pons had been checking this one out for a while.
Talking about Fuerte, it was epic. It was a forecast that I was looking for many years. I was looking for 1 week, and it was changing a lot, and suddenly I decided to go, and then the last minute when I had everything booked, my daughter got ill with fever, and Philip told me, okay, forget the boat, come with the plane. I pick you up, I bring your gear, and we sail one day. I got up at 6, I think. I went with the plane. At 7 I was there. Philip picked me up at 8, and we went to the beach. In the beginning it was a big swell, but no wind at all. At 11 he picked it up and we started the session there. It was quite tricky because it was really light and a bit offshore, so it was difficult to grab the waves and really take advantage of the conditions, but it was amazing. It was some sets, maybe double mast high maybe, and yeah, perfect. So long, so powerful. I was tired because normally I'm not. I had to go for many hours, and I was tired because I was starting to get ill because my daughter. So I finished with a big cold after the next day. So happy to be able to go there. Thanks to Philip to bring my equipment there and to permit me to enjoy that forecast. So thanks a lot, and yeah, I hope we can get scored more.
Yes, that's how you do it. Surgical strike, the forecast comes up, you drop everything and you just go for that one hit, and it really worked out for Ponzi there. Some big, tasty looking waves. Okay, next up, we're going to change it up a bit. We're going to northern Germany, and there is a young crew pushing hard. Kooks on the water.
Moin Moin YouTube, as we in Germany say. We are 3 young windsurfers, Arne, Ben and Jasper from Hamburg in Germany, and we are a small windsurf group.
I started windsurfing, wann habe ich denn angefangen? I started windsurfing actually 2 or 3 years ago. I'm Ben, I'm doing most of the filming and editing for Kooks on the Water. So it started for me all last year, basically really focusing on freestyle. I learned the air drive in spring, and later I got the spock in summer and the front loop in autumn, which I really liked. It was one of my favorite moves actually.
Yeah, the first move I learned was actually a wave move, the front loop in summer.
I went for some front loops, which was actually quite gnarly for me as I didn't commit at most of the attempts.
This winter I learned actually a funnel. Yeah, we sail most of the time in the River Elbe at the spot Evenfleet. There you have clean flat water conditions for freestyle, and the conditions actually are very good at northwest winds and south winds.
One of the best sessions we filmed so far was probably in the River Elbe some weeks ago, when we had perfect south winds and low tide, so we had a perfect flat water on both tacks in the tidal creek. And the pier also creates very nice flat water in high tide, where you can create some great moves in freestyle. We are often alone, especially in the best conditions. Another great session was in
Pelzerhaken, where we actually managed to film a lot of front loops. Filming there was actually pretty tricky because you have a kind of small pool with flat water in the front and the waves are really far out, so we needed to tow Ben out without a windsurfer and just put him on the sandbank where he could film our front loop attempts. It was gnarly because the water was freezing cold and we were like just looking for a wave to jump a front loop, but he was standing there chest and to shoulder high in the water, which was pretty cold, but he did a pretty good job.
And sometimes we surf at the Baltic and North Sea, but there we only surf if the wind is really strong, so we can do a bit of wave sailing there. And yeah, St. Peter-Ording is a spot where we often sail because our parents often sail there because of the nice waves, and our parents are wave sailors and kiters, unfortunately.
So in the future, we are looking forward to improve even more in freestyle and of course in wave, to capture some wave moves, not only front loops or back loops, but also some tuckers or sick turns. So this year we actually plan to compete in some national contests like the German freestyle battles, but maybe also in the Rügen Games or the Coulter Y Windsurfing Cup.
Yeah, if you want to hear more about us, you can follow us on YouTube on the channel Kooks on the Water. Would be very nice if you follow us on YouTube because we want to grow there, as yes, we want to reach 1,000 subscribers. This would be very cool, guys.
Yes, give those guys a follow. Come on, there's enough of us out there watching this video. We need to get them to 1,000 subscribers. I know what it's like when you start a YouTube channel for the first time. To get some support would definitely help them out. And they've got a really cool channel, putting out some good content. And Ben, it says, swimming out there in the cold, he definitely deserves some subscribers. So get on and give him a follow. Okay, next up, we've got a few different really cool stories from Cape Verde. Now, this is when the PWA was meant to happen. How do you think it went down? Yeah, check this out.
In early March, there was a lot more people around, which is fine. It's such a great crew of people that I regularly windsurf there. Simon McGee, Phil Bennett, Lele, Josh. So many good memories with that crew right there that it just seems that once we get together, the crowd, whether they're there or not, I go whenever I get the chance. So it's been a really memorable season there. And that's in compared to, what's been a very forgettable season here on Maui. And sometimes that's how it goes. The balance of those things play out. And I'm sure that there'll be many years where Maui is going to, favor itself over a place like Cabo Verde, which can lie dormant as well, as we know. So, right place, right time. Flycatcher strikes again.
I spent 2 months in Cape Verde with the family. We went there because the PWA was meant to happen, but in the end it got cancelled. It was absolutely pumping, especially the last month. End of February until the end of March, it was incredible. Incredible variety of conditions, this island, and I love it. And yeah, I want to come back every year because we feel like it's our place. It's a nice family place. My family can kite, I can windsurf, I can surf. It's good for wingfoiling, for all water sports, and yeah, inboard shorts or shorty floating conditions between 4.7, 5.0, 5.3. Yeah, I love it. And I hope you like the clips I sent to Windsurfing.TV. All the best.
It was my best trip ever. It was incredible. I start sewing Victor, grabbing good sessions, and well, I was able to organize a week there, and yeah, it was, as I said, the best trip of my life. Every day it was pumping. Punta Preta, a few days really good. Alibaba was working too. Well, we've been sailing between Punta Preta and Alibaba. Most of the times Punta Preta was working. Imagine a week with the event with that conditions. It would be perfect. It was quite crowded with the kiters, but the kiters, when they know you, they borrow you the sound waves, so it was incredible. Normally early session in the morning, then as I was staying close to the beach, I went to the home for some food and another session in the afternoon. Sometimes 3 sessions. I didn't stop sailing. I had to control a bit my sessions because I had some cuts from Alibaba because I finished on the rocks many times. Pretty happy with the trip. I was able also to test some protos from 0.7. Yeah, so happy with it. Sails are working really good. Everything was perfect. Conditions, equipment, friends. Victor was there. Also some friends from Almeria, south of Spain. So yeah. To sum up, yeah, best trip of my life.
absolute score in Cape Verde. I've said it before, but it feels like wave sailors are waking up again to how good that place can be, and it is definitely firmly back on the map. Can we get international competition there again? I blimmin' hope so. I've just seen the wings out there getting absolutely trashed. It's definitely a better windsurfing spot. So let's cross our fingers that we get the top riders back there, because I would love to watch it going off. Okay, well, we're gonna end with one last story. And one of these guys, Joe, was actually on our Send It Academy over in Cape Town. He's a full sender, an absolute hellman, and they just scored their local break in Cornwall.
We'd been on the Send It Academy, and we came back and the forecast just went completely flat for about a month. So when this forecast lined up, we've been there all week, we were pretty amped for it.
Terrified of the way that you're growing alone. Give it all.
Doom Bar's a sandbar on the North Cornish coast with a bit of an infamous history. It's wrecked over 600 ships since the 19th century. Conditions to make it good for a windsurf spot don't happen all that often. It does require a spring tide, a spring low tide, a big swell, and a decent southwesterly wind. Myself, Alex and Oscar managed to score it pretty good.
Things are looking up. I've been thinking I ain't ever giving up. I can feel it in my soul. I believe it. I ain't ever.
Obviously did a lot of jumping on the academy, but it's not the perfect place to be trying a lot of your jumps, because it's you have to sort of run the gauntlet through a dredging sandbar, which has claimed a lot of our masts and rigs over the years. And with so much water moving around, you usually end up on the rocks as well.
All those days you felt well wasted away. Holding on to hope, but it's slipping away now.
Almost all the masts have been snapped on the Doom Bar, and the booms. There's 2 booms there as well. Some sails get destroyed better than others, so I used to throw the sails away, but I've now started putting them up on the wall as part of the museum.
Yeah, simmer not coming out very well.
Ben probably won't put that up on his channel.
Yeah, like I said, that guy is a kit-wrecking machine. But really cool story, and good to see some Cornish wave action on the Doom Bar. So there we go, that's it for this week's episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do, chuck us a like. Would you like to see those stories as separate videos? Do you like it as a big long one? I'd really like to hear your feedback on this. And yeah, a massive thanks to the beer members, the guys who chipped in some beer money this week, or whichever side he is. Massive thanks to you guys. You're keeping the channel going, and your continued support from all the previous members as well is making all this happen. If you do have any content you want to appear on Send It Sessions for April, send it to Alfie at Windsurfing.TV. Now, see, Send It Sessions, this is where you relive your story of a certain session. It could be a season, where you break up. It could be a spot guide. It could be anything, just a bit of interest with you guys talking. You just need to send the talking and the action. Alfie will actually edit it all, and we will put it in something like Send It Sessions. So there we go. Stay tuned to the channel. Loads more coming. I'm back in sunny England. I'm just off to a wedding. I'll see you on Wednesday for the podcast.